Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. My name's Robert, and this is Pheasant Lane Farm. Today, got my good buddy Porter with us. We are on our way, actually we just arrived, to pick up my new retirement present, at least according to my wife. I thought a retirement present would be a little more exciting than this, but maybe I'll get excited once we get home. So, we drove, what, 3 hours? 3 hours to Hartville, Ohio, to a massive hardware store called Hartville Hardware. Hartville Hardware is a dealer for Wolfe Ridge log splitters and conveyors. So, if that gives you a hint, let's go in, see if we can find our buddy Jerry, who I talked to on the phone, and there's supposed to be a unit down here with my name on it. So earlier today, I tried to be as efficient as possible. They called and said our garage doors were in a few days ago. Porter and I went and picked up the garage doors, the tracks, the springs. I dropped off the door panels and a painter, a good friend of ours named Wolfe, who's going to paint them black to match the rest of the color scheme on the barn. So good thing I brought the trailer, and hopefully the new unit will go right there on the back. So good thing I didn't bring just the truck, because I didn't know that the track was coming the same time as the 14-foot garage door panels. But that's that. Got the Diamond C, got old Porter, and that is Hartville Hardware. All right, so the unit is here. We are purchasing a Wolfe Ridge Pro 28C or 28 Pro C with quite a few options on it. I had two to choose from. This one was $100 more than the other one, so we'll go over all the details later. The wedge was supposed to be here. I ordered a separate 6-way wedge. They said it was supposed to be here last week when the machine arrived. It wasn't on that shipment. There was supposed to be another shipment here earlier today. It's not here yet. They are open till 7, and I think it's only like 3 o'clock right now. Or no, excuse me, it's like 4 o'clock right now. So I don't know where Porter went. If you guys are anywhere near Hartville, Ohio, Google it. Porter that's with me is from this area, and he didn't know this was here. It is the largest independently owned hardware store in the United States, according to the salesman I just talked to. Very, very cool. They have a huge Traeger set up inside. They sell livestock feed, all your home goods. The largest Carhartt selection I think I've ever seen. John Deere, obviously Wolfe Ridge. They sell a couple different trailer manufacturers. And the power tools just go on and on and on. And there's actually a lumber yard in the basement that you can drive through. So very, very impressive building. I'm waiting for Porter to get out here, and we're going to go grab some food, kind of a late lunch, early dinner. It is 4 o'clock. And hopefully the 6-way wedge arrives in the next hour or so. We can get this bad boy loaded up and headed home. This is yours, I think. So we stopped at a Sheetz to get some food. We don't have these where we're from, so it's kind of a nice treat every once in a while if we get the right bags. So the log splitter down here, the 6-way wedge is not here yet. It was supposed to be here around 2 o'clock. Then they told me 3 o'clock. Now it's almost 5 o'clock, so we're waiting. They're open till 7 tonight, so we're not that concerned. We're gonna hang out in the truck, have some dinner. Not where we wanted to go, but none of the restaurants in this town really have the parking for a 32-foot flatbed. So, excuse me, that's the way it goes. So I'm going to enjoy my snack wraps, and hopefully we get a phone call soon. Well, looks like my wedge is probably here finally. Pulled in after dinner. That guy's sitting here and backed in next to him. Go pay for this thing and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, these are a hot item, man, all over.
Yeah, it was hard to find one that wasn't sold yet.
I know Chris just got his brand new laser machine up running, and they were 2 months out on orders that he couldn't get them, you know. It's crazy, dude.
Gonna be a whole lot of happy customers with that truckload. And now that it's on the trailer, I'm getting a little excited. Now that's what I would call service. I saw the Wolfe Ridge truck unstrap in there, pulled in next to him. Next thing I know, they bring my splitter out, set it on the end of my trailer, jump on their trailer, take a 6-way wedge off one of those machines, set it on my trailer, and I haven't even cut the check yet. So we're going inside to pay for this bad boy, the not fun part, and we'll be on our way soon. So I called Amber. This place is 2.5 to 3 hours from home. Told her that we should probably run down here one of these days. This is a very cool dealership. Even better if they sold Kubota, but we won't go there. And a lot of nice machines sitting here. Mine had a name or a name tag on it. I'm not sure what else is still available. I don't know if all these are purchased yet or not. But very cool place with a lot of cool stuff to look at. And over there they also have some Wolfe Ridge, looks like FC24s, but I didn't get prior approval on those from my wife, so maybe next time we come down. All right, so we met Dale. He's a cool driver that delivered these Wolfe Ridges. He's about done for the night, a little bright, but we got our splitter on the trailer. Porter and Dale are talking. We're gonna jump in the truck and head on home. Well, there she is, a Wolfe Ridge Pro 28C, or compact. This has electric start, auto cycle, log lift, the wider table at the front, hydraulic wedge, big bore package if I didn't say that already. Pretty cool machine. So here it is. Now that it's home, I'm getting a little bit more excited about it. These are very expensive. It was not fun paying for this last night, but that's the way it goes. We absolutely needed something with a log lift. When we bought this property, we had decided that this house we will heat solely with wood. In the future, if I build a shop over here, I would like to have an outdoor wood boiler to heat both. Our 10-year or 5 to 10 year plan, if you ask my wife, is to either expand this house or build a new house. We bought this property because of the land itself. The house is fine. It's just very small. It's kind of cozy. It's very efficient, but I don't want this to be my forever home. Last year, I was in an accident, almost lost my right arm. I just recently started to attempt to split wood again. A few weeks ago, my wife had some errands to run on like a Saturday, and I said, hey, I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna fire up the log splitter. And physical therapist said, I need to start getting back into things I did beforehand. I can't be scared of hurt my arm again. It's really can't get any worse. So, dressed up warm, went out there, fired up the old Husky 22 ton, and was splitting some firewood. And to me, it's very therapeutic. But the issue is, we get all sizes of logs when I go and buy logs, or people bring us wood. And so I split all the small stuff we had. I have a little picaroon. If I can slap it with that and pick it up with my left hand, I can split it. The issue was, we get to some larger rounds, I just don't have the strength in my right arm. I don't have the grip strength in my hand. And you know, you think, hey, that's not that heavy, I can go pick that up. But then when you try to, you realize that your body just says no. And it's very frustrating to me. So Amber came home from running her errands, and we stack all our firewood in IBC totes, the way it's easy to move around with the tractor. If I need more wood, we just, either her or I'll go grab it with the pallet forks, drop it in the garage, bada boom, bada bing. But she came home and she said, hey, how many cages of firewood did you get? And a Husky 22 ton's not very efficient to begin with, but I used to be able to pump out the wood. And it's just not happening now. And like, I turned around and she must have just saw the frustration on my face, and I said, this is the only one. 3 hours for me to split a tote of firewood. And it just wasn't cutting it. I didn't want to spend the money on a new splitter. I just kind of dropped it, let it go. I don't want to get away from wood heat. It's something that we enjoy. It's just a different type of heat if you've never experienced it. And we enjoy, like, you know, I used to enjoy the whole process. And I still do love just sitting by the wood stove, watching it burn, watching the light. Something about burning with wood heat kind of warms your soul at times. But we were sitting there the other night, and my wife goes, do you know that we kind of budgeted in a log splitter when we bought this place? And that was the original idea, was to upgrade, you know, a year ago. And she was the one who kind of said, just go buy a log splitter. She goes, we need it. It's not necessarily a sunk cost. My wife is very frugal. She has an MBA. She's very good with money. And I was like, I don't know. And she goes, just do it. She goes, it's something we need. You know, 20 years from now, we'll still be using the same machine. If we have an outdoor wood boiler, it's just, it's kind of a no-brainer. So I called around. I called to a dealer over in Pennsylvania called Dom's, and he didn't have exactly what I was looking for. I wanted just the basic 28 Pro. It's about $2,000 cheaper. And he didn't have any. All his are spoken for, but he is a fantastic guy. I called him a couple times. I asked him a bunch of questions. I called the dealership in North Carolina because, yes, I was willing to drive that far to get one of these and not have to wait the 25 weeks or whatever it is right now that the factory is backed up, which is fine. Supply and demand, I understand. I called Easton Made, and those guys are 14 months behind, and no way. Like, they make a great product, and in my eyes, from the research I've done, you can't go wrong with Easton Made or Wolfe Ridge. And after really digging into the Wolfe Ridge, it's kind of the one I liked overall. So called a dealer in North Carolina. Everything that they had on the next couple trucks coming in was pretty much spoken for. I called Hartville Hardware in Ohio. I didn't get a call back for a few days, but they called me back finally and said, hey, we have a truck coming in and 2 machines on it are not spoken for. And I thought, hey, this is possible. He goes, and we have a machine sitting on our sales floor right now that's for sale, high output. So basically it's on an actual trailer with, you know, highway tires. It's got spring suspension. But that thing's a lot more money than I wanted to spend. And he kind of talked me out of the 28 Pro. He said, we really don't even order them anymore. Everybody goes to the 28C for the jump in money. You get auto cycle, you know, you can get the electric start. That's how they order them. And there's some options that you can get on the 28C that you can't get on the regular 28 Pro. And I said, all right. And he goes, oh, we have 2 of the 28Cs coming in. And it kind of perked my interest. And he goes, one's orange, one's gray. At this point, the color didn't matter to me. I think the gray ones look cool, but so does the orange. And he goes, they're $100 difference in price. I said, okay, what's that? And he goes, one of them has like the big bore kit in it. And I said, all right. I said, you know, I've watched a bunch of YouTube videos. And he goes, it's just a little bit faster cycle time. It comes with a bigger push block, and it has a larger cylinder on it, or cylinder bore. I said, all right. And it was only $100 difference. So I don't like watching some of the videos and the wood will pop back on no matter who makes the machine. So for me, $100 alone for the bigger push block, I said I'll take it. I didn't even remember which one I ordered. But Porter and I jumped in the truck yesterday, went and grabbed the garage doors, dropped those off at the painter. I still got the springs and tracks on the trailer. And went down there and picked this machine up. We got home last night, and Amber's actually very excited for this log splitter. And while it was still sitting on the trailer, we fired it up, we let it warm up a little bit, and she ran a piece of black walnut through it. Hey, I guess we can say it's got its first piece ran through it. So we are very excited to have this now. We have a very gloomy, kind of crappy day here. It did rain a little bit last night. I didn't think it was supposed to rain, or I would have got it off the trailer last night. But I guess they sit outside at the dealership, and most guys have these sit out full time. So this will always be under the roof of our new barn when not in use. But it's got to wait a few days because here in about 3 hours they are coming to do the concrete in the barn. So a lot of things going on right now. I'm very excited to get this going. I'm excited to finally get the barn going, and most importantly, I'm so glad that I feel we are officially done spending money. all the stone we've put in, the barn, the pastures, the log splitter, I feel like we've just been spending, and I'm finally looking forward to saving. But that's the way it goes. Hopefully someday my goal is to be able to sell a little bit of firewood. If I can sell enough firewood to pay for what I use, I'm happy. I don't want to be big time. I don't want this to be my life, but I do enjoy splitting firewood. And another reason we bought this splitter, our house, like I said earlier, is a little small. It is super efficient. Our electric bill, this house is whole electric water heater, electric well pump, electric heat, you name it. Around here, electricity can be a little expensive for the one company we're on, and we try and keep it. Our electric bill is usually between $73 and $105, $110 a month. That's summer, winter. The big cost for us was in the winter, but that's why we put in the Drolet wood stove. That thing is super efficient, and we really don't go through a lot of wood. This is overkill for just doing this. But you never know. Family members want firewood. Someday when we decide to get a boiler and heat our new house and our shop down the road, hopefully, God willing, we'll still have this machine, and hopefully it'll pay for itself. But what we save on electric every month by not using electric heat will pay for this splitter in no time. So thanks for watching, guys. That's the pickup and the kind of backstory of why we bought this splitter. I really didn't have a problem with the old splitter, but 3 metal plates, 22 screws in your arm, and a whole bunch of nerve damage. I was limited to wood that I could pick up with the pickaroon and set on the splitter. And trying to reach across and use that valve is just a headache. And I love wood heat so much, I didn't want to get away from it. So thank you guys for watching. As always, God bless, be safe, and make smart decisions. We'll catch you on the next one. And I better go do chores before the concrete truck comes. Yeah, it's one of those crazy days. A lot of mental Tetris going on, if you know what I mean. Take care, everybody.